Hey everyone, Christian here. Welcome to Barrel Proof, and we're going to go into Sarasota Wine Spirits, and this is the Venice location. They have at least 3 locations. There's 2 in Sarasota and 1 in Venice. So let's go on through. We're going to allowed me to film. I'm just going to not show anyone. So we have a bottled and bond store pick. It's a total wine one for $41. Now that is a good deal there, for sure. The Knob Creek 9 for $30. We got some High West cast strength for $70. So they deal in a lot of volume here, so they're going to get a lot of good deals and a lot of variety that I have noticed. So let's see. Let's go to the bourbon area. So we have Knob Creek Bourbon and Rye mix. I heard that wasn't that good, but someone wants to tell me in the comments that that is good, then maybe I'll give it a try at some point later. They do have a store pick of Angel's MV. What is that? The Triple Oak? Not just single barrel, 116 proof Triple Oaks right there for $70. That's a pretty good deal for that bottle. I got to get this fixed here. There we go. So, lots of Knob Creek. Heaven Hill at 70. Have Pure Tucky. I don't know a lot about this bottle, but it says distilled age. Oh, it's by Willett. Okay, that's why it's $60. I see it around. Just never seen anyone really review it or talk about it. Woodford Doubled Oak for $56. Got the Woodford 121.2 for $160. That's about as cheap as I've seen it anywhere. Great deals on the barrel proof Jack Daniel's Rye and Bourbon for $65. That's a 134.3 and a 132.9. I always like seeing it, well into the 130s. Got the benchmark lineup there. Now, I've been in other states like Maryland where I've seen this bottle go for as much as $60. And, that's Buffalo Trace juice, just not marketed as Buffalo Trace. So, if you haven't tried that, you should try it out. Even pretty much the whole lineup. Full proof, single barrel, and bonded for sure. Got some dark arts. Now, when I was at the liquor hole, they had like 6 of these. I think there's only 3 here. This is the Amberana. It's rye finished with Amberana stave. So it's gonna be, like just chips put in there. The impact of the Amberana. I've had that bottle. It is definitely a heavy Amberana taste. Lots of cinnamon in there. So you got Evelyn single barrel, $33. That's one of the best, I think the best deal I've seen on that bottle anywhere. Usually I see it for $35 to $40. Noah's Mill, which I believe is another Willett distillate. And it looks like it has that little tag. Symbol of quality. Distilled, aged, and bottled by Willett. Yes. 76. Rowan's Creek, also Willett stuff, $56. Got all the Elijah Craigs. They got a barrel proof here for $80. That's going to be C924s. That's going to be last year, towards the end of the year. Here they have America's 47. I've seen this stuff around. If anyone knows more about it, please let me know. It's 94 proof. It's 47%, and it's 47.47. So most of the 2XOs minus the Kiowa and the Gem of Kentucky. All of the bonded Jack Daniels, which I think 31, and triple mash, which you don't see just anywhere. Triple mash is definitely good. Some of the Penelopes, and I still have the Florida Disaster Relief Penelope. This came out last year after Hurricane Milton. I believe that doesn't have a price on it, but it's somewhere in around 55-ish. So now in Florida, there's lots of High West, lots of smoke wagons. We still have the Holiday smoke wagon, $30. That's a 92.5 proof. Now, if people have not tried Woodinville, I have to tell you, this barrel-proof Woodinville, and you find them as store picks usually. I got one at Total Wine. I haven't had this one, but I imagine this one's equally as good. But it is, it is very good. In fact, I will take that over many Buffalo Trace products at that price point. So, got a lot of Whistle Pigs. Jefferson Reserve, not really my thing, but for a lot of people it is. They have the Cabernet cask finish. They have some short barrel. They got broken barrel 115 and 100. And then we see some other stuff, more 13th Colony at the $51. And then check this out, Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, $16. Now I haven't seen it. I think I might have seen it for 15 somewhere, but that's about as good as it gets. I have this as a store pick from another store, but this Yellowstone 115 proof, it's definitely a very sweeter profile. It's not my favorite, but it is not bad if you like that sweeter profile, if you almost like a honey flavor about it. The Whiskey Row, let's see. Oh, and there's the whole other side here. Now that's Canadian, but we have the cast strength Redwood Empires. We got this Doc Swenson Alter Ego triple cask. That stuff is great. I love that bottle. Garrison Brothers Cowboy Bourbon, 140 proof. Some Hazmat. We got Guadalupe and Lady Bird at over 100 proof. Those are, I have not had those. I have never had the opportunity to try them, so I'm not going to gamble at $150 plus price point, but Russell's single barrel for $62.99. I think that's cheaper than Costco. So this is the Willet. It's a 4-year Willet, so they're asking $71 for that. And they have the old Ezra 7-year barrel proof. Excellent. A lot of the Bardstown Discovery and the Origin series. I'm just looking at which ones are which because they can be kind of hard to tell. There's the Founders series in Cherry Oak. Calumet 15-year for $140. A lot of pinhooks. I got the 5-year, the 6-year. This is the Rye 134 trifecta, the high proof, which is going to be 116. And this is like a Bourbondini is the name of that horse, I guess. The horses have different names. I don't know a lot about that. The Kentucky Owls that tend to sit on every shelf, but let's see here. Joseph Magnus, Murray Hill Club, and the Cigar Blend are all there. So that's going to be, that's not too competitive a price, but now here, this store pick, we have a single barrel, Four Roses barrel strength, and it is the, I believe it's, OBSK, 9.5 years. And all the bullets, they used to have in the Wild Turkey 8-year. It's not in right now, but they do get it in. The Wild Turkey Rare Breed, and Rye, and the Kentucky Spirit single barrel for some pretty fair prices. 10-year Bullet. I have not had that. And seen the last video, Sazerac Rye, $26. Here's more of the. There's the Bottle and Bond for $41. You can get the, if you find the full proof, it's the same price here. So, another thing, they have some. Now, I'm a fan of Texas whiskey. This is a decent whiskey. I like their Bottle and Bond and their 100 proof Blue Corn. Let's see. Most of the new, not the higher age statement new riffs, but a lot. I didn't mention that the last one. There's some barrels. A lot of the chicken cocks. The James E. Pepper. $66. I think that's a pretty good price for that. I have not had that TX whiskey. This is a blended. When I see blended or malt, I tend to kind of steer clear of it, but this Wilderness Trail Rye, that is a great. I have this as a barrel strength store pick. Definitely would recommend that. Great deals on the Green River series, all $30, except for the full proof, which is $50, which is definitely probably the best price you'll find on that. Here we have some more goodies that may not be pricey stuff, but we have Ancient Age 10 star for 27 bucks for a handle. If you know, you know. Old Overholt, not the 11-year, but bottled and bond, 25 bucks, just like Rittenhouse. This is so good. Again, I have a store pick of that. Totally worth it for that price. You got Old Granddad bonded. That's what is that, a liter for $22? That is a steal right there. You got Old Granddad, 114. Let's go down into the tequila here real quick. So there are some. I have the G4 line there. I have the Cascanes at the 100 proof, has the 80 proof, 66 bucks. That's a good deal. Now I'm looking for, there's the Ocho, Don Fulano. Here's the series. They have it. They have the George T. Stagg and the CYPB finished core zones for 100 bucks. Lalo for 43. And we can go over to the more allocated area. So I just walked upon the Angel's Envy finished dry for 84, 38.99 for regular Angel's Envy. I think that's just the regular. What proof is this? Okay, 86.6. You can see if you're into wine, there's a ton of wine here. There's some bourbon barreled. It's called Behringer Brothers. It's a Chardonnay. I think it's great. Not only like white wine, I'll still drink it though. So we will go over here. We'll find. So there we got pretty much the whole Van Winkle line and BTAC. So 700 for Handy, 800. I'm sorry. For Sazerac 18, 1600. Eagle Rare 17s, 1900 there. The Pappies 15, 20, and 20. Is that a 23? Yeah. We got 22, $3,000 and 4,200. 12-year Lot B is 1,000, and then the Rip 10 is 800. Trying to see if there's some Blood Oath down there. That's packed number 9, so that's a little bit older. And Master's Keep for 300 bucks. Now I don't think that's a pretty good deal at that price. I think I could be wrong, but I think that I don't know what MSRP is on that. And then there's some other stuff just kind of hanging around. There's some 4 gates. This is 7.5 year split stave, sitting at 2 to 230. So I don't want to be too intrusive on they got a lot of people coming in line, but we have some more Redwood Empire. They got a 2XO Gemma Kentucky. They have some Steel Box. They have Heaven Hill Grain Glass. Some of the Penelopes, I think we saw up there. Then we have Old Forester 24, and there's E.H. Taylor small batch. And some Blanton's straight from the barrel. They're a little bit secondary, but fairly decent price, especially if you're looking for one that isn't full secondary. That's pretty much it for the whiskey and tequila selection. Go back like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'd like to make more of them. I'm gonna get a real camera for vlogging, not just my phone. So if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about shopping at Sarasota Wine and Spirits, they have 3 locations. You can go to Sarasota on Cattleman, Sarasota on 41 in Gulfgate area, and here in Venice, in South Venice, right near Target. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys would like me to show you next, and I will see everyone next time.